crypto market be just a little bit of a head scratcher? You're jumping in at the wrong time, watching your hard-earned cash just vanish quicker than a pig in a mudslide? I get you. Well, I used to be dumber than a scarecrow in a windstorm, till I found Charting Crypto over there on the YouTube. CC's videos enlightened me like a light bulb in my noggin. He turns out more content than my price Sal pops out piglets, and she's a real champ. Charting Crypto breaks it all down for us, teaching us how to milk this crypto market like a pro. Well, he's got a Discord channel over here too, and it's like a virtual water hole for all us crypto bros. You can even ask CC to review coins. You can grab some fancy alpha on NFTs. Woo, and you talk about trade setups and price targets. Yeah, he got them all. It's like having a trustworthy farmhand showing you the way. It's plumb amazing. Now listen up. Missing out on Charting Crypto means missing out on your best chance to turn your finances around. I mean, look at me. Thanks to CC's wisdom, I got myself a brand new Mercedes. Woo! And it's a real chick magnet right here on the farm. So quit stalling. Head over to Charting Crypto on YouTube, subscribe now, and sow the seeds of crypto success. Happy trading, y'all. Happy trading.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Trading Crypto live stream. Give me a 1 2 1 2 if everything sounds good. Making sure everything's set up. Music's not playing yet. Let's get some music going. Let me know if the music's too loud. So Saturday night stream. Watched some football today. Chilled. Went out and did some hunting. It's a nice, relaxing day. So as soon as I get the 1 2 1 2 that we're good, we'll rock and roll. Start off with some BTC. Okay. So we'll get it. If the music's a little too loud, just let me know. We're going to start off with BTC. So first things first with BTC, we control the bull market top to the bear market bottom. And the first thing we can see here is that we're heading up towards that 618 resistance. This is the main area that we need to focus on overtaking, that $38,000 to $39,000 BTC. If you overtake that $38,000 to $39,000 BTC, that's where we're going to start seeing some very, very quick movement to the upside for BTC. As of right now, we are not over the 618. So technically speaking, you aren't bullish until you are over the 618. So I think we're going to find it rather difficult to overtake that $38,000 to $40,000 BTC. If we don't overtake that $38,000 to $39,000 BTC, we'll probably bop around up here for a little while. So welcome everybody. I see people are starting to show up. Let me know how everything sounds. 1 2 1 2. We're just getting into BTC right now, and then we'll get into some charting. So main thing we want to focus on now is the 618 here for BTC. We overtake that, we're going to be moving up rather quickly. But right now, I think what we're going to be seeing here is a possible heavy resistance at 40,000. Now, if they come out with some sort of catalyst like spot Bitcoin ETF approved or something like that, it could smash right through that 618. Nobody knows. But indicators right now on the day chart are just so hot. I mean, we're bearish here for 4 days, flipped bullish for 3 days. It looks like we're about ready to flip bearish once again. We were overbought here on the WTX with the red, getting a sell sign. We're starting to deviate down from that. RSI is flashing red saying, hey, we're overbought. Hey, we're overbought. So hypothetically, I think BTC might see one more push up to around that 38 to 39,000, and then would have to see a decent sized retracement to allow these indicators and everything to cool off a little bit before we made our next run up through that 618 here to the $50,000 area. So what we're gonna be looking for BTC is probably a test of the 618 area. So yeah, give me 1 sec. I got to get something pulled up real quick. Whoops. And then we're going to pop that out, pop out chat. Okay, we should be good to go now. That's currently what we'll be looking for BTC is at $38,000 to $40,000 and then a retracement from there. So we got a Garter BTC pullback, looks overbought in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you. It does look overbought in my opinion too. I just think we have a little bit more ways to go to the upside to smash in that 618 before we see a retracement. Now, if we look at the 3-day on it, that might tell us a different story. So 3-day as well, we are looking a little overbought. I mean, we're losing our bullish momentum here on the MACD, starting to cool off bullish. If we look at the WTX is in the red here as well. We haven't printed a sell signal. We can go overbought, but usually when we go overbought here on the 3-day, that's a bull run top. So in my personal opinion, we do have to have a cool down phase before we start getting super excited about BTC. Maybe one more pullback like that and then to the moon. We are overbought here on the RSI as well. The last time that happened was the bull run top back in where was that? The bull run, yeah, the first bull run top here in 2021. So I think we just have a little bit more movement up to the upside for BTC and a pullback, and then to infinity and beyond. Hopefully probably take us to the end of the year. I would say end of the year, you know, December, and then bullish. But who knows, if we get that spot Bitcoin ETF or some catalyst, this will just blast right through here and then I won't even see a pullback. So chef in the house, what's up, dog? What's up, dog? That's Bitcoin. So other than that, let's see what's happening in the market. So if we go 24 hours, we have never heard of this. Celestia running, Thorchain's running, Avalanche is up 12, Pancake Swap's up 10. Where's Solana? Did Sol run today, or did Sol have a pullback? Ah, Sol had a pullback. So we talked about this yesterday or the day before in the Discord. We're thinking about when to take our profits for Solana. And I actually took my initial investment out at $60. I said, I'm going to take my initial investment out at $60 and just let the rest ride. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm playing with house money now for Solana. So we actually got all the way up to, what we hit, 63 before we saw the pullback, but I had my sell in order at 60. So missed a couple bucks, but I mean, I got pretty dang close to the top there before the retracement. So we got a VXV request. So VXV's hitting that downtrend. Oh, we're on the 3 days to the 1 day. So VXV's hitting that downtrend. That's what we've been keeping a close eye on pretty much since, you know, 2022. And what we're finding out here is we are still overbought. We're still overbought, but the price is refusing to fall below the 236. Like, zoom in here. So we're refusing to fall below the 236. Indicators are starting to cool down a little bit, but we did cross over bearish here on the MACD. We have 2 days bearish on the MACD, still continuing to grow bearish on the MACD. We got the sell signal on the WTX starting to tail down there as well. So I'd be keeping an eye on a support area for this WTX, probably around this general area here at around 38. You can see that's where we topped out back in October 2022, found some resistance there June of 2023, August 2023, and then you can see down here it kind of bounced from that area and went up. So we could be seeing something like this, and then a rally to the upside for VXV, which would give us momentum to break out of this downtrend. But that's just a little bit of hopium right now. Same thing with the RSI. If we draw a horizontal support on the RSI, this is the general support area where we're currently at. So if we fall below 60 on the RSI, I would have to assume that we'd be seeing some sort of pullback. So for VXV we're still overbought on a lot of these indicators. So we're gonna be keeping a close eye on the 236 support at 46 cents. And then a retest of this downtrend resistance area. If we break below 47 cents, I would say the 382 would be the next up at around 38, then retest. I know I had us going way down here before, but I think that's out of the picture now. We're actually holding up rather well while these indicators are starting to retrace. So these indicators are cooling off without the price dropping too hard. So I think these are the two general areas that we're going to be focusing on. I don't think we're going to be breaking out anytime soon. I think what we need to do is see where these indicators fall, and when they start switching back bullish, they just need to cool down a little bit. So first stop 46, and then I run up. If 46 breaks, I think 382 would be the bottom at 38, and then I run up there to test that downtrend resistance area, multi-year downtrend resistance area, might I add. That's VXV. Now let's look at Sol. Sol had a pullback. We were looking for that pullback too. Oh, I haven't charted Sol in a hot minute. Where did I get this chart from? Did I draw this last live stream? I've never made channels with green fillers in it. So apparently Sol's been in this channel since January 2023 that I drew, and we actually just smashed into the top of it. Huh, pretty interesting. So we actually hit that on the T, hit that channel right on the T, and got some resistance area right there starting to retrace back down. So indicators right now are pretty hot as well. As expected with such a large run, we ran to the top of the channel finding resistance. We have the MACD here on the day chart, which is just parallel right now. So we're not bullish, but we're not bearish. We're just equivalent to yesterday. Oh, we actually just flipped light green as I was speaking. So we actually are losing our bullish momentum as we speak here on Solana. We are overbought on the WTX, extremely overbought, might I add. The last time we were this high was the bull run top back in 2021 on the WTX. And if you look at the RSI, similar situation on the RSI, the last time we were up this high on the RSI was back in the bull run top in 2021. So we just got to keep a close eye on a pullback here. Historically speaking, when the indicators were at these levels, we saw a decent sized pullback for Solana. Now, I don't think Solana is going to be heading all the way back down to the 20s, but I do think this channel is still valid. This channel is technically still valid right now. So hypothetically, you could come all the way back down to 25 before you rally to the upside. But there's a lot of hype and hopium around Solana right now. But we can draw some fibs here. I think the fibs are still drawn. Let me see. I can't even remember the last time I drew this, but it looks like it's a valid fib from the top to the bottom. Bull run top, bear market bottom. We didn't even wick to the 618 at 68, but I think what we're going to be focused on here is the support at 45 at the 0.5. Because you can see back here in 2022 was when that 45 had some pretty heavy resistance area. So we had some pretty heavy resistance area around 45 once we fell below it. So there's going to be a lot of price volatility around that general area. So I think Solana's going to pull back to 45, honestly. We've been in this channel. We're hitting the top of it. We hit it with a T. Indicators are just hot. I'd be keeping an eye on a pullback down to 45 at the 0.5, maybe 46 to 45 at the 0.5, and then a secondary attempt at the channel. I mean, that would still maintain our bullish momentum from September of 2023, because you can see we are doing this big step up pattern right now. So as long as we don't break below 40, we're still in a bullish movement to the upside. But right now, indicators are just way too hot. We're just way too hot. So I'm gonna expect a pullback on Solana, and you know what that means. If Solana is going to be pulling back, that means Bonk's going to be pulling back, which we'll chart Bonk next. So it might be a good possibility, not financial advice, to short some Bonk, because shorting Bonk would drop a lot harder than Solana. Yeah, I think there's to be like a 14% pullback for Solana, back down to around 40, 46 to 45. Now, can I be wrong? Absolutely not. But let's look at the 3-day, see what the 3-day showing with the price volume. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of price volume up here. We pretty much just had a guide candle between the through the 0.5, smash into resistance. So similar situation here. We're just way overbought on the indicators. Pull back to 46 to 45, and then we'll reassess. So I'm going to short Bonk, actually. Let me write that down. Not financial advice. If you don't know how to do futures, then don't do that. So yeah, so I think Solana and Bonk would be a good short, but I don't think you can. So I've actually, I have to tell you guys, I actually partnered with that BTC exchange. I'm an affiliate of it now. As you can see there, they have no KYCs. You can trade crypto, tokenized stocks, commodities, and stock indexes, all with USDT. So I'm not really going to show them right now, because I really, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable showing. But I will say this: BTCC is just a futures exchange. You can't buy spot on here whatsoever, but they do have a lot of futures coins on here. If you guys want to take a look, you can short gold, you can short stocks. So if I do my short, I'm going to do it on BTC exchange. I do have a link below in the description if you guys are interested. So I think Solana and Bonk would be a good short. Let's look at Bonk. Man, Bonk has just been on a tear. You know what the crazy part is? January 2023 all the way to October 2023, you dropped 96%. All that downtrend. So all those months of just bleeding out have been undone in a matter of days, since October 22nd to November. What is this? November, today's the 11th. All that downtrend, almost a year-long downtrend, has just been eliminated in like a couple weeks. That's the power of the bull run, man. People just get so tired and paper hands, then out of nowhere we just take off, and then everyone's like, oh man, I sold the bottom. But bonk right now, let's see. I still think bonks will just have a pullback. Ooh, maybe not. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so bonk right now, we're going to chart the run from October 2023 on the day chart, not the 3-day. Yeah, day chart's already playing out its pullback right now. So for bonk, I wouldn't be shocked if it went down to the 618 here at 10,000. I mean, indicators right now are way hot. I mean, we got super bullish here on the MACD. Now we're losing our bullishness rather quickly. We're way overbought in the WTX, actually off the charts. This is the highest it's ever been for bonk. So we're in uncharted territory on the WTX. Looks like we had a double top on the RSI right here as well. So I'd be keeping an eye on a retracement of bonk back down to the 786 at around 16.7. And then if we break below that, bonk's heading down to the 618. And I know that's a large drop, but that still would keep bonk's bullish momentum. That's a 50% drop from where we're currently at. So after the live stream, I think I am going to put a short on bonk. I think the return from the short on bonk would be better than the return on Solana. NFA, of course. So what I mean by the pullback still being bullish is you can see we have our highs here and our low right here. If we pull back to the 618, that would be a higher low. That'd be a higher low, and that would still maintain bonk's bullish momentum, and that would still maintain this uptrend as well. Well, maybe not. But I still think we're going to be seeing something like this possibly for bonk. But first things first, we have to fall below the 786. We can't get too bearish on it yet. So short term for bonk, I'd be keeping an eye on maybe a 16% pullback to the 786 at 16.5. Then if you break below 16.5, write it down to the 618. So what I would do is I would just short it to the 786, take some profit, and then leave the rest into the 618, and then get out at the 618. So that's what I'm expecting for bonk right there, guys. I think bonk's to be seeing a decent sized retracement. Got Grizz in the chat. Got Unique all the way in the chat. Got David Cook in the chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Why is Link acting like a stable coin? Oh, we're gonna look at algo and then we'll get into Link. Man, this guitar solo, man, it's just getting me in the mood, getting me in the vibe. So we got Algorand up 0.9%. Man, Algorand sucks. Well, at 12.9 cents, $1 billion market cap, 8 billion circulating, 10 billion max. So 80% of the coins are in circulation. All-time high was 4 years ago, so it didn't hit an all-time high last bull run. I would have to assume it's because they put more coins in circulation, which, yeah, they definitely put more coins in circulation last bull run, which is what caused us not to hit a new all-time high. All-time low was 2 months ago at 8 cents. And just look at that, chart's forever down. It does look like we broke out of a very lengthy downtrend for algo though right here. The downtrend that we've been in since November of 2021. So a multi-year downtrend. By multi-year, you know, November 2021 to October 2023, we did break out of that. So technically speaking, that is a trend reversal for Algorand. So you are kind of bullish right now. We did have a double bottom here. First bottom was September 11th. Second bottom was October 20th. And we're starting to rally to the upside. But let's get some fibs drawn on this bad boy. So on the day chart right away, indicators, we actually printed a sell signal today. Last time we printed a sell signal was right around this area. And once we got the sell signal, we did see a decent sized retracement after that. So take that into consideration. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. If you look at the MACD's been pretty indecisive. We've had our bullish days, we've had our bearish days. We haven't crossed over bearish yet, but we're starting to form a mound. So normally how MACDs work is, you know, we peak out and then it's just a slow retracement. Happens every time. So it looks like we're on the descending side of our MACD right now, which means we are most likely are losing our bullish momentum rather quickly. And if we look at the RSI, the RSI is not looking bad. But if we draw a horizontal support area or resistance area here, it looks like a normal area where Algorand tends to hit and get rejected from. So in the long term, we broke out of a very, very powerful downtrend. We are technically bullish right now, but in the short term, I think we're gonna be seeing some sort of pullback. Indicators just a little too hot. Top to bottom right here, that pullback would most likely bring us back down to somewhere between the 786 and main price volume right here. So let's actually draw a box. So this is the area I'd be keeping an eye on for Algorand. You know, maybe one more push up to the 618, top off here at 14, and then a fall back down to 11, and then maybe possibly bottom out at 11 to 10 and work our way back up. So we did break out of a long downtrend, but it doesn't just make us permanently bullish. There will still be, you know, influxes in price. You still will have big move to the upside and big move to the downside, but the overall trend is bullish. So yeah, this is kind of what I think Algo's going to be doing. Possible 618 at 14 cents, then heading back down to 11, and then we'll reassess the situation from that point on. It's just we burned through a lot of fuel getting through this downtrend right here, and we haven't slowed down to recoup it yet. And I think this is going to be the docking area, and then we can make our secondary run for Algo. I guess you can say Algo possibly has started his bull run after breaking this multi-year downtrend. Flipcoin Z, yo man, first time here. Can you check out TRB and Sam, please? Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you like it. Why is Quant acting like a stable coin? I think Quant's heavily manipulated. I do own a decent sized amount of Quant too. I haven't taken any profit on it. I probably should, but it is what it is. I think Quant could go up to the couple $1,000s in the upcoming bull run, but yeah, Quant's pretty much a stable coin right now. We did, however, break out of this lengthy downtrend that we've been in since October of 2022, so we got that going for you for Quant. And as of right now, I think we were talking about this possible double top in my last Quant video. We actually hit the 618 right here at 107. I said keep an eye on that possible 95 retracement back to the 786, and it actually just did that. It actually retraced to the 786 perfectly, and now we're getting smacked out at the 618 once again. So what I would have to assume for Quant is this is acting as a double top right now. We could be seeing that low, you know, upper 90s, low 100s once again for Quant. I mean, even indicators are pretty indecisive right here. We're not bearish, we're not bullish, we're just kind of stagnant, which is a common occurrence when you're double topping. You kind of just get stuck right there. We have the pretty much double top here on the WTX as well while it's retracing, and same with the RSI just putting a lower top. So I think Quant in the meantime right now is forming a double top, and we might be heading down to that $100 area once again. It's just that 618 is a very difficult area to get over at that 107 area. We'll do an updated video on Quant tomorrow, and I'll post it on the stream. But as of right now, I'm going to be bearish on Quant. I mean, long term I'm bullish. Long term I'm definitely bullish, because you can actually extend this all the way up to here and say, hey, we broke out of a downtrend that we've been in since September of 2021. A lot of coins that we look at tonight are to look like this. A lot of coins have broken out of a multi-year downtrend, and they used up a lot of energy breaking through those downtrends. You know, we had that nice pump on a lot of altcoins, and now they're kind of stagnant. They need to cool down. I mean, getting through a multi-year resistance level isn't easy. And now we just need to cool down a little bit, allow all our indicators to reset, you know, get our feet back under us, and then we can start rallying to the upside. So I think a lot of coins that we look at tonight are probably going to be around the same scenario. But long-term, Quant's bullish. We broke out of the long-term downtrend. Just in the short term, I think we're going to be testing the upper 90s to low 100s, just to allow everything to cool down and retrace. Yo guys, thanks for the super chats. We got Nick P for 4.99 says, can you look at LCX? Absolutely. So we got LCX, which is down 1.2% at 4.5, $35 million market cap with 775 million coins in circulation. So I do like the small market cap. That's set up for some possible large gains in the bull run. You can see last bull run, we actually hit 56 cents. That was 2 years ago. So I don't know what the max supply is. That's something you definitely want to know. Maybe Coin Market Cap will tell us. So let's look at Coin Market Cap real quick, because that's something you definitely need to know. Looks like max supply is 950 million. So 950 million max. So circulating supply is 775. So we're almost to the max supply. And what we want to look at here is, have they been putting coins in circulation? And it doesn't look like they've been putting coins in circulation. So that means it's easily attainable to re-reach or overtake this all-time high price. So that's something you want to focus on as well. Throughout this bear market, coins could be putting more coins in circulation, which kind of dilutes the market, which means you need a lot more buying power to re-reach the all-time high prices because there's more coins in circulation. So just having the same amount of coins in circulations as you had when you re-reached that all-time high price, it just means you need the same amount of buying power to get back up there. So that's a good thing. If you look at the markets, this is currently available on a lot of exchanges. It looks like a lot of exchanges. Also available on Coinbase. So let's look at LCX. Where is, it still is available on Coinbase. So there should be a coin. Oh, that's the first one. Okay, LCX. Let's make that valid. Actually, we'll just go from right here. So as of right now, we aren't technically bullish. We have this downtrend that we're in, that we have been in since, oh, did we break out of it? Oh yeah, we actually did break out of it. Actually draw it valid. So we actually did break out of this downtrend that we've been in since January 2023. So like a lot of coins in January 2023, they ran. It looks like LCX in January 2023 is just retraced. Hey, welcome, Road Dog. Would have been here earlier, but I tripped over that like button. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. So LCX has broken out of a downtrend since 2023. And if we extend this further, it looks like it does go all, oh, it doesn't go all the way to the top. But regardless of that, what we want to assess here is this going to be a valid breakout? Is this going to be a breakout, or is it going to be a fake out? And how we can tell that is if this downtrend resistance flip supports holds. And normally what you see here is a back test of that resistance flip support. And then if we get a bounce off that, we see a decent sized move to the upside. So I think that's gonna be the play right now. And if we draw the bottom of the top right here, actually, let's do the bottom of the top of the downtrend. Bottom of the top of the downtrend, you can see we actually did smack into the 786, which caused us to top out here at 48 cents. So I would be keeping an eye in the short term, a pullback of either back down to 43 cents or back down to 42 cents. You know, we could just be riding on this at 42 cents and then rally. But regardless of that, we did break out of this downtrend, so that is bullish. But the indicators right now, we're losing our bullish momentum on the day chart. We technically still are bullish on the WTX, putting in higher highs and higher lows. So this is something we're gonna have to monitor here on if this is a top or a bottom. So we'll keep a close eye on this right here to see if turns into a top. Same with the RSI. The RSI has been putting in higher highs and higher lows, but it's starting to retrace as well. So in the short term for LCX, I do think we are going to be seeing a pullback. It's just how far down is that pullback going to be? And we really don't want to fall back into this downtrend that we were in. So what we need to focus on is staying, I would say staying above 42 to 43 cents for LCX. Just stay above it, and then we'll be golden. But technically right now, we did break out of a very lengthy downtrend, and we are technically trying to do a trend reversal, which is bullish right now. So I'd say retracement, then a retest of 48. Then you get over 48, then we'll talk about some possible hopium. But short term right now, I'm going to be expecting a pullback on LCX. Yeah, even the 3 days showing a pullback back down to around 43. All right, so we got Chronos Crow, which is down 0.9% at 10 cents. Crow's been on an absolute tear lately, from what I recall. Yeah, look at that. The last month, last 90 days. Wow. So $2.7 billion market cap, 26 billion coins in circulation. We haven't charted Crow in a very, very long time. Looks like last time we charted it was, wow, November of 2022. So this is the first time charting it in 2023. Let's go. It's actually looking very bullish. I mean, we can do that, or we can just draw the real downtrend here and not try to fit the narrative. So you can see we've been in this downtrend for a long time. We can say we started back here, but if we go by the trend, we started here in August of 2022, and you can see what happened once we broke out of that downtrend. We went absolutely parabolic. So we broke out of a downtrend that we've been in since July of 2022, so a little over a year, almost a year and a half downtrend. And it looks like we ran into the 7.8. What did we run into? Was it 7.86? No, it wasn't the 7.86. We're actually finding support at the 7.86 here in the lifelong fib. So we have to stay above 10 cents for Crow. If we stay above 10 cents, it's going to go much, much higher. So we have the 7.86 here. You can see the power of that 10 cent support. We had support back here, December 2022, which didn't hold. We broke. We had support here at 10 cents once again, all the way from May to August. And that support held, which sent us much, much higher. And then we fell down here on July of 2022 and bopped around 10 cents until October 2022, November 2022, in which case we broke below it. So being above that 10 cents is very, very bullish for Crow, it looks like, in historically speaking. So you want to maintain above that 10 cents. You do not want to break below 10 cents. You break below 10 cents, we could be seeing a decent sized retracement for Crow, but we're above 10 cents right now. We're at 10.02. But if we go top to bottom here, what we could be seeing a pullback to, if we do break below that 10 cents, we'll probably be heading back down to the 7.86. And unfortunately, with the way the indicators and everything are, I don't think the 10 cent support's going to hold. I think in the meantime, Crow's probably going to pull back to around 8.4 and then work its way up to the 6.18 here. So short term, I'm going to be bearish on Crow. Long term, obviously bullish. We broke out of a very, very lengthy downtrend. Every coin looks like they're getting in the first stages of the bull run. You know, it's like a snowball effect. You start off slow, and then once it starts rolling, that's where the parabolic fun comes in. But short term right now for Crow, let's keep an eye on a pullback back down to 8 cents. Even the indicators, day chart here, we are technically still bullish here on the MACD, but you can see we're not having as large of engulfing candles as we had prior, which is showing some signs of slowing down. Same with the WTX. WTX, we are pretty deep in the red. We have not printed a sell signal yet, but this is the second highest we've ever been on the WTX for Crow. And the RSI, this is the high. Is it the highest? Let's see. No, second highest. So this is the second highest we've ever been on the RSI for Crow. So I would have to assume we'd see some sort of pullback, especially after a large run like this. So let's keep an eye on a pullback back down to 8 cents. 8 cents has to hold. So I'd say 8 cents in the 6, then the 618 up here at 14. Hey, Stray Guard in the house. Love the new logo. Thanks. I've been going through a little bit of channel rebranding, as you can see. Got a new intro, got a new logo. Starting to update my thumbnails. The bull run's here. Got to step it up. Got to step it up. So that's what I'm looking for Crow. I check out GRT and Filecoin. Yeah, we can. Yo, Nick with another super chat of $4.99 says WTK. Yeah, we'll get in the WTK. Whoa, GRT. I haven't charted this since I used colored fibs. Absolutely insane. You know, I haven't used colored fibs in well over a year. Looks like this is from back in January of 2022. GRT actually looks like it's in a bullish channel right now. If we draw a parallel channel, I would have to assume that GRT is going to be working its way to the top of this channel. Unlike a lot of coins we looked at today, GRT, I guess we were losing our bullish momentum on the MACD, but GRT has room to run on the other indicators. We have room to run to the upside on the WTX. We have room to run to the upside on the RSI. It's just in the meantime, we have to get over the 50% area of this channel. So let's draw a fib from bottom to top right here. What we're seeing is support at the 382 at 13 cents. We break below 13 cents. We're heading back down to 11. But regardless, if we hit that 11, we still would maintain our bullish momentum because this is the low right here. We'd be putting in a higher low on GRT if we had a pullback here. So for GRT in the short term, I think it'd be best if we did pull back down to 11, but in the long term, it looks like we want to head to the top of this channel. And if GRT gets over the 236 here at 16 cents, look how the price volume just dies off. If we get over that 16 cents, 17 cents at the 236, GRT is absolutely going to fly. What I mean by price volume is you can see the very, very little price volume that it has in this circle. When you go through that, it kind of acts as a vacuum. You can see what happened when we went through it on the downside. We fell straight through it very fast. Same thing happens to the upside. So if you start entering into it on the upside, which is 16.5 to 17 cents, you're going to move up very, very quickly for GRT. So that's the moon line right there. But in the short term, I'd be expecting a pullback on GRT. So Nick P with the super chat. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. With WTK. Oh, Wads Pay. I haven't seen this in a hot minute. We're actually going to do this. So we got a market cap of 16 million. We got a self-supporting reporting circulating supply of 500 million. So self-reporting. So definitely want to do your own research to make sure that's valid. We have the market cap, which is self-reporting as well. Where is this available? It looks like this coin's currently available on BitTrue, Bitmark, XSwap. So not a whole lot of exchanges right now, but that low market cap with circulating supply, that's a pretty good setup right off the bat. Let's see what the chart looks like. Hopefully there's a good chart. Okay, there's a good chart. So right off the rip, hey CC, did you do XRP or FET yet? No, I have not done. I haven't done either of those yet. So WTK right now looks like we had a double top on the indicators anyway. So what we're seeing here on the indicators is we actually crossed over bearish here, and we actually are looking like we're picking up some momentum here with some large engulfing candles on the bearish side. We got the two sell signals on the WTX. We actually went off the charts. That's the highest that we've ever been on this coin. So this is uncharted territory when we were up there. And you can see what happened after that. We started to free fall. We actually broke out of the uptrend support area as well on the WTX. So I'd be keeping a close eye on that pullback. And RSI, similar thing on the RSI. We were overbought. Is it the highest? Yeah, the highest we've ever been on the RSI. So what we're seeing now is a healthy retracement. This is actually good for WTK, because you don't want to stay overbought forever. The longer you stay overbought, the larger the free fall is going to be. So this is actually probably the best thing for the coin in the long term. Now, are we forming some sort of channel right now, or are we forming some sort of wedge? Let's see. So I see the uptrend support happening right here. And no. I mean, technically that's not bad. We can use it to fit the narrative, I guess. Those are wicks. Yeah, those are wicks. Top of the body of the candle. Regardless, let's draw the fib from the bottom to the top and see what's going on. Bottom of the top right here, we actually wicked past the 618. We still are seeing some retracement here. So I think in the meantime, WTK is going to retrace. You're gonna have a pretty large support box here I'm going to draw a rectangle between the 618 and the main price volume. So between 2 cents and 2.4 cents is your area of support. So what I'm expecting WTK to do is probably retrace at least back down on the 618 here at 2.4. So I'd be keeping an eye on 2.4. That would allow these indicators to retrace, allow us to cool down a little bit more. And worst case scenarios, we enter the green box and head down to 2 cents before we see a rally. And that technically, I guess you can say that wouldn't be the end of the world, because if we draw the slight uptrend right here, that would validate that movement into the green box and then a rally up here. So in the meantime, I do think we're going to be seeing a pullback for WTK, but that's actually beneficial in the long term. So for short-term trading, it's not good, but if you're just looking at the larger picture, a pullback now is definitely what you want. Allow us to cool down, bop back down in here, and then we can make our next rally to the upside. So in the meantime, I don't think we're going to be breaking below 2 cents. I think days of 2 cents, we might catch a wick down here on this last drop, but once we wick down here, I don't think we're coming back down to 2 cents. So bearish on WTK in the short term, at least. Ooh, that's a nasty drop. 23% drop. Worst case scenario is a 39% drop. Yeah, similar situation. That kind of validates it here. I mean, we're above the 618 right now, but the main price kind of picks up down here. So I would have to assume that we're to be seeing some sort of drop for WTK, which would actually benefit the coin. Can you? Oh, never mind. So we got Filecoin right now, which is down 0.1% at 461. I thought I saw something on Twitter yesterday saying Filecoin's breaking out, but if I remember correctly, Filecoin's just been accumulating for years. I mean, if you look at the, I think it was, if you look at the 3-day. Yo, is Filecoin getting ready to run? Yo, Filecoin broke out. It broke out of the downtrend since April of 2021. So Filecoin broke out of a multi-year downtrend, guys. Filecoin's looking extremely bullish. It's in the first stages of its bull run, in my personal opinion. So breaking out of a multi-year downtrend, like we mentioned, a lot of coins today doing that expends a lot of energy on the coin, which is showing right here by the MACD. We have the MACD starting to lose its bearish momentum. We have it losing its bearish momentum rather quickly. If you look at the WTX is at a normal area where we see a pullback. If we draw a horizontal line here, this is a normal area where we see a pullback on Link. Did I just say WTK? Yeah, this is Link, not WTK. Normal area where we see a pullback. Same with the RSI. The RSI is actually, the RSI has room to run, but let's see what the fibs are telling us. So regardless though, guys, Link broke out of a multi-year downtrend, and if that's not bullish, I don't know what is. A lot of coins are looking like that. So if we draw the fib from the bottom to the top right there, get rid of this downtrend so it's not in our way, and hide the main price volume. Yo, Nick P again, making it rain with the super chats. NXRA next. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, brother. So as of right now for Filecoin, this is a normal area where we've been seeing resistance in 2023. We had resistance here in May of 2023. We had resistance here July 2023, and we're just smashing into it now. So what I would be expecting for Filecoin here is probably a pullback back down to the 618 at around $4. Allow our indicators to cool down, and then we can make a run up from here. Like I mentioned, we broke out of a multi-year downtrend, and doing that expelled a lot of energy for our indicators. It's beneficial for the coin to cool down. So in the meantime, I am going to be expecting a pullback on Filecoin, at least back down 10% to the 618, and then we'll reassess. So $4. I'm going to say $4 for Filecoin, and then we'll be making our next leg higher. So a lot of coins we looked at tonight are breaking out of very, very lengthy downtrends and are going to be experiencing some sort of pullback, in my personal opinion. Yo, Alliance Block. I was actually following Alliance Block for a while in the bear market. Mistake me if I'm wrong, was Alliance Block the one that got hacked and then they relaunched their new coin, or was that a different coin? If I remember correctly, I think it was Alliance Block. I think they were called something else at first. Yeah, they relaunched in February. So Alliance Block has a market cap of 72 million, a circulating supply of 785 million. Yo, that's a good setup. Only 72 million for Alliance Block. I remember when this first hit markets, I think I tried to scoop some up, but I never did. All-time high was 7 months ago at 11 cents. All-time low was 8 months ago at 4 cents. Currently available on the following markets. Looks like KuCoin's the leader. So, oh, it's on MEXC too. So it's on KuCoin and MEXC. Yo, Sam XBT with the super chat thumbs up. Thanks, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Glad to have you all here. We're getting started, man. Bull run's just around the corner. We're in the first stages, in my personal opinion. Now, that doesn't just mean straight up. We're obviously going to be seeing some upwards and downwards, but we're getting there. I can feel it. Okay, what are we doing? I lost my train of thought for a second. Yo, so this chart looks like crap. We need one from the very beginning. We need one that goes all the way back to February. But I don't want to use any indexes. Let's see what MEXC has. MEXC has the same thing, so that's what we're going to be using apparently. It's a stealth bull run. The normies don't know. If you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. We're in the disbelief stage, right? Everyone thinking it's just a fake out. Until it's not. It's always a fake out until it's not. Yo, NXRA, not for nothing, isn't looking bad. Let's actually draw. We're to go from the bodies of the candles. We're to ignore the wicks, the upper wicks, and go from the bodies of the candles. Oh shit. Shoot. So we're gonna go from the bodies of the candles at the top to the bodies of the candle at the bottom. And what you can see here is we are consolidating within a sideways channel, and we have been since excuse me, since March of 2023. But unlike back here, when we hit the top of the channel, we don't have any data on our indicators. So we really can't go off of what happened according to the indicators back here. So this is kind of first time information for NXRA. And what we're seeing here is we're losing our bullish momentum. I mean, it's just a day. I mean, that's a 3-day. We can go to the day chart. We're losing our bullish momentum right here the last 2 days. We got a sell signal today on the WTX. This is our first sell signal ever on the WTX. So we'll have to see what that does. I mean, we've never experienced a sell signal before. We don't know if we're going to get multiple, if we're just going to get one. You do see we have this uptrend on the WTX. So if we do see a retracement, I'd be expecting us to go back down to 38 to 40. And maybe a run up from there. RSI, highest the RSI has ever been as well. So new uncharted territory on the RSI. Not really an uptrend support area for the RSI, but we're going to keep this here just because. So what I'm going to be expecting here for NXRA, historically speaking, every time we hit the top of this sideways channel, we have seen a retracement. Indicators are hitting new all-time highs on being overbought. So we are, in my personal opinion, going to be seeing some sort of pullbacks. Just where is that pullback going to take us? And we're going to use our fibs to rely on that. So what we're seeing now is our first support here at the 236 at around 9 cents. We're actually very, very close to it. We're at 9.2 and the 236 is sitting at around 9.1. I don't think that 9.1 is going to hold. I mean, especially with us printing that first sell signal. I think for NXRA, it's this 382 that we really need to focus on. So I think that would be the play here. Retrace to the 382 at around 8 cents. And then we can have a run up here to try to overtake that that all-time high from these exchanges. So we're going to keep that horizontal line in here at the top though. So for Alliance Block, I do think we're going to be seeing a pullback. in the short term, but in the longer term, it looks like we're getting very close to breaking out. So I'd expect a 13 to 14% pullback back down to the 382, and then a rally back up here to test that 10 cents, 10, 11 cents area. It does look like we actually broke out. Oh, that's not even valid. It does look like we broke out of the downtrend since inception of March of 2023. It actually looks like we broke out October 14th. So you can technically say we are bullish momentum right now. It's just we need to overtake that 10 cents area to absolutely move. So if we overtake that 10 cents area, we'll be in uncharted territory. And that's fun when you're in uncharted territory because coins are so unpredictable. So that's what we're to be looking out for at NXRA. Slight pullback, then a retest of that 10 cents. And 10 cents is your moon line. Your 382 at 8 cents is your support. So XRP. So if you're just tuning in, you're looking for the Solana update. We did Solana at the beginning of the video. I am expecting a pullback on Solana, and we talked about the possibility of shorting Bonk for some pretty good profit. If you're interested in that, just scroll back in the live stream. Unfortunately, the exchange that I use for futures, I don't think it has Bonk. So you can see I did partner with BTCC. I am an affiliate of them. You don't need KYC. You can trade crypto, tokenized stocks, commodities, and stock indexes, all with USDT. So it's a leverage trading exchange. This is it right here. Unfortunately, they don't have black, but they have a lot of coins on here, and it's all just leverage. So a lot of coins that you can't leverage on other exchanges, I found you can leverage on here. So I am rather new to this exchange, so I'm still learning it. But I don't think they have Bonk, unfortunately. Yeah, they don't have Bonk. So unfortunately, I want to be short and Bonk on MEXC. But for my futures, I'm going to be trying to use this exchange right here. They give you better fees, or the fees are a lot lower and the rewards are a lot better from what I've gathered. TRB and Samo. I think Bonk, and we'll get into it. We'll get into Bonk and Samo in a little bit. So what are we looking at? We're looking at XRP. So XRP down 1.5 at 65. I don't remember, what did we really talk about last time we charted XRP? Were we talking about this 236? Because I know I had a fib drawn here. We smashed right into that 236 fib and got rejected. So we smashed into that 236 fib at 72. We're starting to see a retracement here. We actually we haven't crossed over bearish yet. We're getting close. We're getting close to crossing over bearish on the MACD. We got that sell signal on the WTX on the 9th of November. We were overbought on the WTX as well. Starting to see retracement. So I would expect XRP to retrace back down to around 60 cents. I think 60 cents would be a decent sized retracement. It would allow us to cool down. And then if we extend the fib to the high, that 60 cents is the 618 right here. And that 618, if you know anything about Fibonacci, the 618, the golden ratio, the golden pocket, being above that 618 is a very powerful support area. So I think we're gonna be seeing a pullback to 60. And if I remember correctly, when we go to the 3-day and toss up the volume price, yeah, you don't have a lot of volume price here. So if we see a bounce off of 60, that would allow the indicators to cool off. Then you can see the price volume here is very, very small, which means if we start moving up through that, it'll be rather quickly. So in the short term, I'm going to be bearish on XRP back down to 60 cents. And then once we get a bounce off that, we'll reassess the situation. But in the longer term, man, since, June of 2022, we've been making steady progress to the upside. But I'm going to expect an 8% pullback on XRP here in the short term, and then a rally up. Yo, Flipcoin Z with the super chat. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel. So he says TRB and Samo. So that's what we're going to look at, TRB and Samo. First, we're going to start with Samo because I like to talk about Samo and Bonk together. So SAMO's down 23.5% at 007, $31 million market cap, 4 billion coins in circulation out of 4.7 max. Available on quite a few exchanges. From what I gather, you got MEXC, OKX, Gate.io. So in my personal opinion, I'd rather have bonk over SAMO. And we talked about that throughout the bear market. We actually accumulated quite a bit of bonk throughout the bear market. And the reasoning behind that is bonk has never seen a bull run before while SAMO has. So bonk's a new coin, and bonk is taking away from SAMO's market share. If you think about it, they're both on the Solana blockchain. And as of right now on the Solana blockchain, a lot of people are flooding to the new dog coins, which is bonk, which is why bonk is going absolutely parabolic right now. What are we looking at? I need an older chart. When did this come out? May of 2021. October 2020. Yeah, we can still use it. We'll actually use the MEXC one. So SAMO right now, we're running into the resistance, obviously. We got some sell signals on the WTX, RSI and stuff, but we'll get into that. First things I want to draw is this downtrend right here for SAMO. Like a lot of coins, we broke out of a downtrend that we've been in for well over a year. We can actually extend this one up to here. We've been in this downtrend actually since November of 2021, and we actually broke it. So we broke out of a multi-year downtrend for SAMO, which is bullish. Long-term bullish. Short-term, it looks like we're starting our step-up pattern, which as you can see here, we have our first step right here, second step here, third step here. And when you start doing the step-up pattern, each step gets larger. You get a larger pump, but it also gets followed by a larger retracement. So we can see we had our first one, our top here, our second, our next step, our next step. So for SAMO in the short term, I am going to be expecting a pullback. Now, where's that pullback going to be? Let's try to find out. Yeah, so we ran right in the 236. We actually just broke below the 382. Looks like volume picks back up around 006. You know what? There's two different areas for SAMO, and I wouldn't be shocked if we went back down to the 618 here. Buckeyes 21, Sparty 0, end of first quarter. Thought you would want to know. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Did you watch Michigan Penn State game today? That was a good one. Hopefully. Wow, 21-0 first quarter. So right now for SAMO, what are we expecting is the first drop to take us back down to the 0.5, which is right here at 6.3. And then we could either get a bounce from there, or worst case scenario is the 618 here, then a bounce back up. So for SAMO to be short-term bearish, I'd be expecting either a 21% pullback or a 38% pullback. That's pretty huge. I don't think SAMO's on here either, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, they don't have SAMO on there either. So if I was going to short SAMO, which is, this is not financial advice. If I was going to short SAMO, I'd do it on MEXC. And if I got in right now, I'd put a sell order here at the 0.5 at 6.3. Take my first profit here and then take the rest of the profit at the 618. So short it from where we're at, take profit at 0063 in case we bounce. And then if we end up breaking through that, take the rest of the profit at the 618. And even if we went down to the 618 on SAMO, that wouldn't be bearish in the long term. You can see, because this is the low right here, we'd actually be putting in a higher low. And it's pretty common with step-up patterns like that. You can see we had a large run up. Normally in a step-up pattern, when you have a large run up, you have a large step down. It's just where we're going to see that bounce from. So those are the two scenarios. I am going to be bearish on the short term at 0.6. And unfortunately, max to market cap, they put in a little bit more coins in circulation. It looks like November 2021, but I'm curious to see how SAMO performs this bull run, because now it has bonk as a competitor, and bonk stealing market shares from SAMO. A lot of people like new coins, but not saying this isn't going to go up in the long term. You obviously are bullish. We broke out of a multi-year downtrend. So slight pullback in SAMO, then we'll reassess the situation. And then he also requested TRB. So TRB is down 7.2% at 84.97. We have $212 million market cap with 2.5 million coins in circulation. All-time high. We're actually not down that much from our all-time high. So all-time high was 2 years ago at 161. So this coin held up really good during the bear market. A lot of coins are still down in the low to mid 90% from their all-time high. So just holding up throughout a bear market and only being down 47%, that's very, very bullish in my personal opinion. All-time low was 4 years ago at 1 cent. Wow. Imagine buying this thing at a penny. Imagine being able to buy this thing at a penny. So this thing's currently available on quite a few exchanges. Wow, a lot of exchanges. So right off the rip, without doing a TA, this held up fantastically in a bear market. So that's got to mean something for this upcoming bull run. Whoa, this thing's been on a rip since August. So we're to go from the initial inception on Binance. Obviously, it's been around longer than, oh wow, this is back in 2019. So this was the all-time high right here. So this is a lifelong chart. So we almost broke our all-time high in November. Dang. Yeah, this is interesting. This is actually really interesting. So right now we had a top back here and the bull run top of 2021, and we've already re-reached those prices. I feel like this thing's gonna smash through its all-time high. Oh, thanks for the subscriber. What was Lana Kim? Appreciate it. So in the meantime, for TRB, what we're looking for is a pullback back down to the 786 here. First support sitting at around $78. Now, the crazy part is we're kind of standing on a glass leg, if that makes sense. Look at this price volume. It's not very, I guess you can say, plump, if you want to use that word. All the price volume still down here, but we'll ignore that for now. So right now for TRB, we need to maintain above 70. What was this? The 786 at 78 cents. If we break below 78 cents, we're heading back down the 618 at 47. That's a nasty, nasty drop. That's a nasty drop. You do not want to fall below the 786. Yo, Filecoin, welcome to the Charting Crypto OG Club. Glad to have you. Welcome to the family. So in the meantime for TRB, that's a 5% pullback. So 5% pullback from where we're currently at, but the indicators, man, are looking hot. I mean, look at how fast we're losing our bullish momentum. Huge bearish engulfing candles right here. Very, very bearish engulfing candles right here. The lowest we've been since May of 2021. We got multiple sell signals here on the WTX. We got one back in July. We got one in September. We got one in October. We got one in October. Got one in November. We finally broke below. RSI is starting to dip as well. We might be seeing a nasty correction here for TRB in the short term. I honestly, this might sound bad, I wouldn't put it past TRB to retrace back down to the 618 here. You know, if this 786 doesn't hold at $75, I think $50 is on the table. Can we short TRB? We can. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to my notes. I think TRB might be a good short here in the medium term. Now, that's not bearish, and I'm not being bearish out of it on purpose. It's actually bullish in the long term. It's just we absolutely shot up since August without any real pullback. and we almost overtook our all-time high here in November, on November 10th. So we have to see some sort of correction, and it looks like it's already taking place. So first spot for the pullback is the 786. That needs to hold at 77. If 77 breaks, I think we're heading down to 50. So what I'm going to do, this isn't financial advice, I'm just talking to myself here. So if you guys want to listen, you can, but I'm just talking to myself. I'm actually going to enter my short probably around 74 to 73. And then I think I'm going to ride this down and get out around the 618. That'd be a 33% drop. So that'd be some good profits right there. So I think that's the play. So unfortunately, I think TRB is gearing up for a possible decent sized correction, which even if we did pull back down to the 618, your low's back here from October 7th. Unless there's some sort of catalyst that's pumping this. But in the meantime, unfortunately, I'm going to have to be bearish on TRB. Money flow index in this chat is high. Yeah, it definitely is. This is definitely the highest money flow chat I think we've ever had on the channel. Well, not dollar wise, but I appreciate all the support. That's gotta mean something, right? That's gotta mean the bull run's back, right? The bull run's just around the corner. We got new people coming into the chat, new people supporting the channel. It's a good day to be in crypto. So I want to look at ALEF 0. I haven't looked at that in a while. So ALEF 0, if you've been following me for a while, I'm kind of a moon boy on ALEF 0. So we're still at 110. I think last time we charted it, we were talking about a pullback. I'll pull back to 110 to 1.5, which was the 382, which looks like it did play out. We actually wicked right to that 382 here. Unfortunately, we're still really high on our indicators on the day chart. We got a sell signal here. We're heading towards a bearish crossover on the MACD. We got a sell signal on the RSI. So this is the second highest the RSI has ever been on ALEF 0. But like I mentioned, we have this initial downtrend from April 2022 to contend with at the 618. So I still think that could be on the table. Unfortunately, however, indicators are saying something else. But we also talked about this. We also talked about this in the last video, this huge bullish pennant happening here. So if you don't know, ALEF 0 is pretty much my largest holding. I don't really keep that a secret, but what I like about ALEF 0 is its use case and everything like that. Plus it's a new coin. It's a new coin up and coming. And what we're seeing here is a bullish pennant forming for ALEF 0. And what normally happens on a bullish pennant is exactly what's happening right now. You have the initial coin run up, and then you have your pennant forming. And what normally happens is when you break out of the pennant to the upside, you go the length of the flagpole. So this right here is called the flagpole. So if we draw our line from here to the top of the flagpole, and then say we extend it from the breakout, and say we break out here, let's say we break out in April of 2024. That gives us a possible top target of around $35 to $40 for ALEF 0. Now, my personal opinion is going to be much higher than that when the bull run hype kicks in, but I only need this bad boy to go to 15 bucks personally for myself. But if it goes higher than that, so be it. A lot of people and a lot of indicators are showing that it could go much, much higher. But in the short term right now, we're just consolidating within this pennant. That's what it is. When in doubt, zoom out, right? We also have the lifelong fib here. You can see the power of that 618 support. A 618 has been in place since February 2022 as support for ALEF 0. So there's a good chance that we could be heading back down to that $80 ALEF 0 again. I mean, we definitely could. And another thing for ALEF 0 here on the short-term fib, we're holding support the 618, but just the indicator is just way too high. I definitely think we're going back down to $1 below, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong, but you know, you got to be realistic. You got to look at the charts. You can't just be biased, right? and just say the coin's always going to go up, because the coin never always goes up. So I am going to expect a pullback on ALIF 0. I've been in the tacos. Did we have any other coins that we wanted H bar? So David Cook said H bar. H bar down 3.9 at 0.6. H bar sucks, but last time I said that, we broke out of a multi-year downtrend on it, so it made me eat crow. So as of right now, H bar doesn't suck, I guess. What were we looking at it on? We were looking at it on... Were we looking at it on Coinbase? No, we weren't looking at it on Coinbase. I really just need to make a list, like a dedicated list, that way I can find the coins. I didn't do it on Bybit. I did it right here. There we go. So H bar, we had our bull run top here September of 2021, and it does look, yeah. So he technically broke out of that downtrend there since September of 2021, and now we're contending with our secondary downtrend, which started in February 2023. Which, if we go by the wicks, if we go by the candle wicks, we haven't broken out of it yet. So if we go by the candle wicks, we're currently, you know, testing those waters out right now. If we go by the candle bodies, you technically have broken out of it. But just for the sake of it and to be on the safe side, we're going to use the candle wicks and say that we're in a pennant. So we are technically in a pennant right now for H bar, which hypothetically speaking would continue for something like that. Now think of a pennant like a giant spring. If you've been a part of my channel for a while, this is probably getting annoying me repeating this, but think of a pennant like a giant spring. It gets all coiled up, and as it gets coiled up, you have a lot of energy, right? So as soon as you break out, all that energy has to go somewhere. So normally when you break out of pennants, you see large moves one way or another. So hopefully for H bar, we break out to the upside and not the downside, because if we break out to the downside, all that energy is going to push us lower. If we break out to the upside, it's going to be the upside. Now, I don't think H bar is going to be breaking through its bear market bottom of, 3 cents. So my personal opinion, that energy is going to be shooting us to the upside. Is just, is it going to happen on this attempt here? Or are we going to have to come back down here and do it on the next attempt? That's what we need to kind of focus on for H bar. Now we can kind of use the indicators to gauge the strength, which is, we are technically bullish here on the MACD, but you can see how indecisive we are there. We're bullish one day, we're bearish the next, we're bullish one day. The WTX is pretty deep in the red here. We haven't printed a sell signal yet, but normally when we reach these general areas, we do see some sort of retracement. Now we do go higher than this at times, but when we go higher than this at times, the last time we did, we had a decent sized retracement. You can see last time we were higher than this back here, February 2023 was the top right here. Prior to that, last time we were overbought this high was back here on October of 2021. And following that were large corrections. So it'd be more beneficial to see a pullback now than try to push the narrative to the upside. So I think H bar in the meantime will probably get rejected off this downtrend resistance area, in which case the play would be playing the pennant, which if we draw a fib from bottom to top would be next support at the 618 at around 552. Now for the pennant, we don't have to technically go all the way to the bottom. We didn't go all the way bottom and touch it here. So we could technically head back down to the 618 and then blast out of it like this. But regardless, I am going to be bearish here in the short term for H bar. We need to cool down on our indicators, which from where we're at to the bottom, that's an 18% pullback. So what we've gathered so far from the live stream is it looks like coins are going to be seeing some sort of correction here this upcoming week. And I think out of all of them that we talked about, Oh, that Bonk's going to be the most profitable for a short. NFA, of course, because Bonk follows Solana. Solana is going to be seeing a pullback this week. I think Bonk's going to be seeing a pullback back down to 618. So unfortunately, they don't offer futures of Bonk on BTCC. So I am going to have to short it on MEXC. But imagine imagine it drops 50% and you're just using 2x. That's 100%. That's a 2x gain right there. So for Bonk, what we're going to do is hop on the short after the live stream. Short it down to the 786 at 16.5. Take some profit at 16.5. Let the rest run down to the 618 and then get out down here. Now, I could be wrong, right? So that was me talking to myself. None of this is financial advice, of course. But I think out of all the coins, I think Bonk would be the most profitable short, especially because it follows Solana. And Solana is definitely set up for a retracement here this week. So let's look at Dogechain. Dogechain actually ran today. This is another coin I'm extremely bullish on. So there's 11 people in the chat. I don't know if any of you guys are new, but I'm going to introduce you to Dogechain if you have never heard of it. So what Dogechain does is it provides utility for Doge. And what I mean for that is if we go to their website here, what Dogechain does is it allows people to build NFT games and DeFi on top of Dogecoin. So instead of making Dogecoin just a payment coin, it's making Dogecoin more useful by being able to build upon it. And the crazy part is Dogechain follows Doge almost perfectly. Like Doge, like if we look at Doge, you guys are to be blown away by this. If we look at Doge, Dogecoin was up a lot today. Obviously the new day started. We were up like 10% or whatever. Right now it's saying we're up 0.7 because the new day started. But if we overlay Doge on top of Dogechain, look at the charts. You can't deny that Dogechain does not follow Doge. And I think Dogecoin is easily going to go to $1 plus this bull run, especially with the backing of Elon Musk. You know, it's also backed by Snoop Dogg and everything like that. And they're possibly integrating it into tips and payments on Twitter, aka X. So I think Dogecoin is going to go to $1 and beyond this bull run, which if that happened with Dogecoin, Dogechain's return on investment would be much, much, much higher. And I think Dogechain would go to 5 to 10 cents easily during the bull run. So I am super stoked. Like this is a possible 100x plus degen play, of course. Degen play, nothing's guaranteed in crypto. Nothing's guaranteed in crypto, but this is definitely a degen play here for Dogechain. But I'd rather have a degen play that follows a heavy hitter like Dogecoin than a degen play that follows a low level coin, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think Dogechain is a GOAT play. Only a $10 million market cap. I don't know. I think Dogechain's market cap, yeah, 18 million now. So it was 9 million not that long ago, but it's 18 million now. And the great part is it doesn't have the trillions and trillions of coins like other dog coins have. 100,000 million billion, 23 billion in circulation, 169 billion max. They burnt 80% of the supply. They have a majority of them locked up. I've done some research on this, and you can see from the all-time high compared to a lot of coins, it's only down 82% from its all-time high. A lot of coins are still down into the low to mid 90s. So that's my Dogechain shill right there, I guess you can say. I'm just super excited we found this coin. Actually, I think it's gonna be a top performer in the bull run, especially because now it's pretty much following Doge to a T ever since August 1st. You can see we're kind of deviating from it here, and now we're pretty much following Doge to a T. Doge pumps, Dogechain pumps. What exchange for Dogechain? Dogechain is currently available on Gate.io, QuickSwap, KuCoin, MEXC, Bitmart, DigiFinex, KibbleSwap. So all these exchanges is what MEXC or is what Dogechain is currently available on. So I know we had a decent sized pump on Dogechain today. I think we were up like 18% before the day started. But in my personal opinion, it's still early. It's still early. I think this thing can still do 100x plus in the bull run. But right now for Dogechain, what we're contending with, well, we broke out. Holy shit, pardon my French. Yo, the ship's getting ready to sail, boys. The ship is getting ready to sail on this bad boy. Hopefully you have your tickets. We broke out of the lifelong we broke out of the lifelong downtrend of Dogechain here. So we're in uncharted territory, officially bullish momentum. I think in the meantime, though, we might be able to pick this up a little bit cheaper if you want to risk it, but it looks like the ship is getting ready to sail for this bad boy. We're still bullish here on the MACD. We're pretty high on the WTX. We've been higher before, but we have not printed a sell signal yet. RSI is at a normal level. It looks like last time we were this high was back in January 2023 where we topped. But like I said, we did officially break out of a downtrend that we've been in since September 2022. So ship steam engines going is starting to pull away. Hopefully you got your ticket. Now, can we see a pullback to this support flipped resistance and then take off? Absolutely. You know, it's in the cards. But I would say the downtrend that we've been in since inception is officially validated as broken, and Dogechain is in the first stages of its bull run. So let's go. Let's go. Yeah, this thing's about ready to melt faces. This coin always gives me hopium, as you can tell. All right. Let's see. We go this, we go to. I'm just gonna test something out real quick. Nope, it goes into oblivion. It is what it is. Okay, so let's get back into the chats. What do we have now? Chats. David M. Cook. I thought VPN was just to hide porn sites from my wife. Oh. You need a VPN? I don't need a VPN for MEXC. I don't. But I've had MEXC for a while now. I don't know if I was grandfathered in or not. But yeah, I don't need a VPN for MEXC, and I'm pretty sure we live in the same state. You can also, this is the roundabout way to get Dogechain. You can also bridge it over, but I'm always hesitant on bridges because it involves a lot of clicking. But I'm pretty sure you can become an ambassador of Dogechain. Maybe we should do that. Should we try to become an ambassador of Dogechain and just shill it every day, all day? Yeah, so if you go to the Dogechain website, it does look like you can stake it. So what's the staking rewards on this? Oh, you have to lock it up for a couple of years. Well, you get a 45.98%. Looks like you can stake it 30 days. 30 days, you get 1.1x. So if you want to 8 it, that's iffy right there. I'm only gonna hold it this cycle. So you can also bridge it this way. So what you need to bridge it is Dogecoin. You get Dogecoin, you connect your wallet, you go to the Doge chain. You obviously go to this website on your wallet, you transfer your Doge to Doge chain. Bam, that's it. That's another way to get Doge chain. Get a wallet with Dogecoin and convert it here. So if you need a VPN, this is a roundabout way. Just get Dogecoin in your wallet and convert it to Doge chain. I just have mine on MEXC. Still waiting on time. Time will have its time. I sure hope so. We've been saying that for so long. 0.5%. Hey, we're above 15. Let's go. Were we looking at it on QUANT? I mean, it's not looking terrible now. We're still in the bullish megaphone. But I mean, we have to, absolutely have to stay above this bottom right here. We cannot fall below 13.25. And who knows, you know, looking at it now, this looks like a good possible double bottom opportunity. Fingers crossed. But when this thing runs, man, this thing's going to absolutely rip. I mean, look at it. It only has 710,000 coins and an $11 million market cap. This is a whale coin right here. Heavily manipulated. Whales can buy a majority of this up and do whatever they want with the price. And what they've been doing is they've been pumping the crap out of it. People FOMO in, they sell the top. People that don't sell, they bore them to death by slowly bleeding out the price. Then they pump it once majority of the people are out. They sell the top. They scare people out with the retracement. And then the people who are still holding, they bore them to death by slowly bleeding it out until rinse and repeat. We go to the absolute moon in a week time. So I mean, the pumps happen in a matter of like 2 weeks. I mean, this pump right here, these are days. We got the green candle. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days to get out. This one right here, we had a little bit longer from June to July. He had a month to get out. But I mean, we are consolidating sideways. We are in accumulation phase, but yeah, we haven't seen any significant movement on time in a very, very long time. But that's the nature of the coin. That's the nature of the coin. You have to just keep an eye on it. And once it goes, you have a very, very short period, a very short window to get out. But like I said, the top of this bullish megaphone, the longer we drag this out, the higher the top price is going to be. But we'll see. Hopefully we're right, man. We've been talking about this bullish megaphone ever since pretty much all 2023. But it finally looks like we found a double bottom. So let's assess. I mean, even the downtrend here. I don't know why I'm crouched so close to the computer. See, even the downtrend here broke. We actually broke through the downtrend on September 10th, but then we've just been, you know, accumulating sideways since. You see, once we broke the downtrend, we stopped going down. So we're going down, going down, going down, going down. We broke the downtrend, and then we just started going sideways. So we're in an accumulation phase. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. All right. So I got to shill my my exchange there, BTCC. So I am an affiliate of BTCC. You don't need a KYC in order to use it. You can trade crypto, tokenized stocks, commodities, and stock indexes. So for example, if we go here and we go to, you know, BTC home, different markets, you can do futures on pretty much gold. You can do futures on crypto. You can do it on anything. So you have your tokenized commodities. So they have gold and silver. You can trade long and short on. They have tokenized stocks. So they have, you know, Meta. You have Netflix on here. You have Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, all these, and Coke. All these you can leverage trade with USDT. So you don't need to be on a stock exchange. You can trade this with Tether. You can leverage trade it with Tether. Even has NVIDIA on here. NVIDIA has just been on an absolute tear. If we look at this chart here, NVIDIA has just been on an absolute tear. Oh, it looks like they only have, it looks like they just incepted it a little while ago. But yeah, NVIDIA's been on a rip. And yeah, tokenized stocks. Another thing, even if you don't use this exchange, even if you don't leverage trade, you can go to benefits and actually, let's see, benefits. Like I said, I'm new to this. Benefits and campaigns. Yeah, you don't need a VPN for BTCC. And every day, look at this is what I do. Every day you get free spins, 3 free spins. So number of spins I have left, 3. So I spin it. Look at, I just got one Tether USD to my account. And then you have a timer that counts you down, and you have the possibility to get 1 Bitcoin or Ethereum. So you don't even have to purchase anything on this exchange. You can just come on here and spin this wheel 3 times a day and get free crypto. We're gonna wait 13 seconds so I can spin it again. That'd be crazy if I got a Bitcoin on the live stream. Let's try the spin again. Let's get that Bitcoin. Nah, just another buck. And then see, then I can try my last spin here in 3 minutes. So even if you don't use the exchange, you can still get free crypto by spinning this wheel every day. I have my invitation link below in the description if you guys want to join. Yeah, no VPN for BTCC, but you can't spot hold. It's only a leveraged trading exchange. So you only can do leverage trading on all those, on all the stocks and commodities and crypto. But they have a lot of from what I've seen, they have a lot of crypto on futures that others don't have. But unfortunately, they don't have as many as MEXC does. So they don't have like Bonk on there and stuff like that for futures trading, which is unfortunate. Oh, da-da. So what's everyone doing on a Saturday night here? We got any more coins to chart? Yo, Thorchain. We just looked at this and Thorchain was not the number 1. Let's see what's happening with Rune. Yo, what is going on here? Yo, Rune's on the cusp of breaking out of a multi-year downtrend. If it breaks out of this, it's gonna rip. It's gotta have a pullback, right? You're not allowed to have that many green candles in a row, right? It's against the rules. Yo, Thorchain might be heading up to the 382 here. Have a good one, David. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on this. We need to keep an eye on Thorchain. We know how your deer jerky turns out. Will do, man. Will do. Yeah, Thorchain right now, indicators unfortunately are super high, but it does look like we are attempting to break out and head up to the 382 here at 587. If that happens, we broke out of a multi-year downtrend and Rune's gonna absolutely start ripping. Probably hit that, retrace, and then rally up. But if we do get rejected from this point, because we are on the day, if we do get rejected from this point, it's gonna be a nasty drop back down to the 618. We got the sell signal here on the WTX, but we deviated higher. We had a bearish fake out here on the MACD, it looks like. Yeah, bearish fake out here on the MACD, but then we were followed by 4 engulfing candles. We are flashing red saying, hey, it might be a good time to take profit. So it's kind of a pick your poison thing right there with the indicators. Either we're going to be breaking out and heading to the moon, or we're going to be heading back down to the 618. But man, I didn't think you were allowed to have that many green candles in a row. I thought it was against the rules. Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this. I'm watching ACS. What's ACS? Oh, Access Protocol. Access Protocol, 70 million market cap, 30 billion circulating, infinite max supply. I'm always wary of infinite max supply. Not comparing this to Terra Luna, and some of you guys might not have been around when Terra Luna was a thing, but they had an infinite supply, and when things went south, they just minted 1 million coins to try to get out of it. But Ethereum also has an infinite max supply as well, and it's doing pretty good, right? Down 91.39% from the all-time high. All-time low was 1 month ago. I wonder if they have an infinite supply. They're putting a little bit of coins in circulation, but not a whole lot. Yo, Access Protocol. Looks like we might have got a bottom right here. Let's see. Obviously, we broke out of the downtrend back here on October 23rd, and it does look like we're in the first stages of our uptrend right here. So it does look like the best time to have accumulated ACS, or yeah, it's ACS, right? ACS was during this accumulation phase between September and the middle of October. And it does look like it's trying to reverse here and start a bullish momentum to the upside. So we're actually gonna draw a fib from here to here. And then we're gonna drop the fib from here to here. I'm just getting a quick look and seeing what the chart's respecting. All right, so ACS right now, it does look like we want to move up higher. Indicators are a little hot, but we still are bullish on them. You can see we did have an engulfing candle today. We are starting to tail back up higher on the WTX, which could be a continuation for a higher high up here. Same with the RSI. Same with the maybe not. RSI starting to deviate down. So hopefully that thing starts reversing. But what we're going to be looking for ACS is first support area at around 0021. 0021 needs to hold. If 0021 holds, I think the next stop will be the 618 here at 2.5. And then inevitably, I think the very, very top would be the 0.5, which would validate this uptrend channel starting. If we did go up to the 0.5, we'd be starting, some sort of channel. If I can draw it correctly, but screw that. So in the meantime, ACS needs to stay above the 786. Now, if we draw the short-term fib, it'll give us micro support and resistance areas to keep an eye on. So top to bottom right here, similar situation, that 002 area is the 618 here on the micro fib. We break below that, we're heading down the 002. So this is your life support right here. This line right here, the 0.5 at 002 even. You need to bounce off that to make any progress to the upside. If you break below that, go high in your bunkers, we're going to 0. Now, I don't think we'd be breaking below 002. Could we be testing it one more time? Absolutely. But in the longer term, when in doubt, zoom out. You broke out of a very, very lengthy downtrend that you've been in. And it does look like we're in the first stages of our bull run here for Access Protocol. Now, just the first stages doesn't mean we're always going to be going up. Think of it like a snowball. You start gaining speed and you start adding more and more and more, which doesn't mean we're going to go straight up. Obviously, you're going to have your ups and downs. It just means the momentum has switched from bearish to bullish, which it definitely looks like it has. So in the short term, I would be keeping an eye on a slight pullback and then a movement to the upside for ACS. All right, Jasmine. So we'll chart one more coin. We'll chart Jasmine, then we'll call it a night. We looked at quite a few coins tonight. Yeah, Jasmine's doing its thing. Oh boy. What did I say in yesterday's video? I think I said something about the 618 here. I don't remember, so we'll just start fresh. It does look like Jasmine's trying to break out. All right, Jasmine, bottom the top right here, we currently are above the 236. If we extend this to the upper high here, we're above the 618. So there's two different fibs we can go off of. We'll go off this first one here, the upper fib, which has our support at the 618 here at around 005. And even if we drop this down, that 005 is, you know, just below this 382 area. So what we're gonna be looking for Jasmine right now is we have to maintain above 005. I mean, 005's back down here, obviously, but we're to draw a box right here down to 005. You can hypothetically bounce anywhere in this box and still be bullish. Indicators are very, very hot right now for Jasmine. I mean, we're bullish here. We're bullish on the MACD with 3 large engulfing candles, but if we look at the other indicators, the WTX, we're heading towards new all-time highs on the WTX. Oh, I think Jasmine's looking like it's turning around. I mean, the Jasmine community is awesome, man. They've accepted me with open arms. You know, I posted videos and stuff like that. Normally when you do that, people just bash on it on Reddit and stuff like that, but Jasmine has welcomed me with open arms, so I'll do Jasmine videos all day. So what we're going to look for is the 786 support at 5. If we break below that, I think we're heading down to 005. I think the worst case scenario for Jasmine would be a pullback to the 0.5. Now, if we did see a pullback down to the 0.5, honestly, I think that would be the most beneficial thing for Jasmine right now, because we just expended so much energy on this run up from October 19th. We've really had no pullback from that point. We had brief sideways, but we have not seen any pullback for Jasmine, and coins don't just go up forever. So when are we going to see that pullback? It would be beneficial to have that pullback right now, in my opinion. And that pullback would bring us back down to the 618 here at around 005 to 00475. And you can see in the prior months, you know, in 2023, the 618, there's a lot of volatility around that. You can see it was support back here, support back here, support back here. So even if we were retraced down there, I think that 618 would hold, and that would allow our indicators to reset. And then that would allow us to have a nicer run up and not be, I guess, burn out and run out of fuel and see a complete crash. So in the meantime, I'm honestly hoping Jasmine retraces. It needs to retrace to continue its upwards momentum or healthy growth. I know everyone wants to see the coin to go up forever, but this would be the beneficial thing for Jasmine in the long term. 14% pullback, and then let's just have an absolute rip. So and we're flirting with it. I mean, we keep flirting from a green to a red candle here at the 0.5. So we're having a difficult time getting over the 0.5 here. So yeah, I'm going to say it. I think not financial advice, of course. I think it might be a good time to take some profit on Jasmine and then re-accumulate or re-enter down here at around 005 and then catch a rally to the upside. So if I had Jasmine, that's what I'd do. I'd take profit here, put a buy-in order at 005, get back in there, and then rally. So that's my Jasmine prediction. But it's a lot of talking tonight. A lot of support of the channel. I appreciate it. It gives me hope for the bull run, guys. I appreciate all you guys with the super chats that showed up tonight. Really put me in a positive mood. Thanks, guys. Other than that, I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really helps my channel grow. And if you want to talk to me off of the live stream, I do have a Discord. The link for that is below in the description. I'm on there daily. We have a great group of people on there just chatting about crypto. So if you want to catch up and talk about crypto off of the live stream, the way to do that is to join the Discord channel, which the link is below. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out, and I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream of Charting Crypto. Thanks, everyone.